Good evening, fellow traders. What's going on? It is July 29th. It's summer. We got some beautiful weather down here in Florida. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the summer as well. Today we had a nice little day. We had some volatility in small caps. We traded SMSI, SINT, and OBLN. With that, let's go right to executions. Rebecca, thank you so much. Now first we have SMSI. Now this was a massive runner. This is day 2. This push after hours on Thursday last week. We have some extraordinary volume coming in on this, relatively speaking. Let's take a look at the 3-year chart. So you can see today we traded 7.3 million. Yesterday we traded around 22 million. And with that high volume day yesterday, we still traded 8.5 times relative 10-day volume. Now you see, here's the 3-day chart. We're bullish. This is abnormal for us. We normally trade higher time frame bearish charts. I see the 1-for-4 reverse split right here on 8:15. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up the 10-year 1-week chart. Here are my my personal favorite charts right here. But here's the 10-year chart because I want to catch some resistance. I want to see what this thing's looking like. Now this is more like what we're used to. This thing's trading from $67, down to $5. Lickety split. Let's just go ahead and zoom in on this consolidation channel right here. Now looking at this, I see that this thing does like to go from $4 up to 11, back down to $4, back up to 10, back down to $3, back up to 7. So and then back down again, and then we get that 1-for-4 reversey on 8:17. So that does let me know that this is a manipulated stock. I mean, this thing is whipsawing like crazy. And also real quick, since I have the 10-year chart up, look at the volume. Now this is the volume, where's any volume right here? Let's actually just zoom this up. So here's a little bit of activity right here. And look, this is 2014. Now we have compared to, when this thing really starts ramping up, 2018, right? This is algos, right? This is the introduction of algos into the stock market, in my opinion, right? Look at the normal volume, and then look, they're really starting to ramp up the game. And then look at this, 25 million. This thing has never seen that type of volume. A lot of stocks nowadays are just getting ramped up. Okay, but also real quick too, this volume started to come in right around here on 4/1 this year. I'll pull up the 1-day, 1-year chart. But volume started coming in on this chart around the time we had some underwriters signing some agreements. This thing could be up on earnings, but earnings are not that impressive. 8 cents a share, right? This thing's, giving up 2018 fiscal year. It's giving up 1 cent, 3 cents, 2 cents, now 8 cents. In my opinion, that's not the true catalyst. But executions. Now, we took a loss on this on Friday. Here's the 5-day, 5-minute chart. You can see this this flag right here, this symmetrical wedge from pre-market. Right, we closed 575 yesterday. Now we're kind of trending down. Look at the pre-market volume. Not much at all relative to day 1 pre-market volume. Day 1 pre-market volume, we were putting in, we're putting in 150K candles. Right now, the largest pre-market volume candle today. We're looking at like 25, 20 grand, just relatively giving you guys an idea. This is, volume divergence, right? So executions. Now we took a loss last Friday. So I'm being a little bit more cautious. I did build a position on Friday. I took some shares home over the weekend and I added right at the bell at 570. So I do have roughly around a 550 average. And then this thing opens up. Now I have a short-term core position, or I should say, a core short strategy, and then also I'm looking to scalp pops. Right, I'm just looking to short into strength and just trim it off. So that's what I did. This is a real basic trade. Just leaning into some strength. I caught this top ad on the backside of this micro push, and then I'm just trimming the position. And then here, adding way too early. It's tiny size though. 150, 300 shares, adding back smaller 500 shares. Here's executions right here. So here I'm trimming and I'm getting them back and adding the larger shares up top and then trimming them off easy, right? Once we come down to around my average, I'm trimming the position. I'm protecting myself because this thing has the potential to get legs again on day 2. So I'm taking some profit here, and then I'm just basically I'm buying support. I'm selling resistance. That's what I'm doing. And then we finally did crack that 540 all day. We were watching these algos print tiny 100 and 200 red prints real fast around this area, especially here, right? Looking to trap the smaller aggressive shorts. This is just a short squeeze right here. And they're running this all day. Small prints, small fast prints. And we were watching the larger prints. We have triple tape on this. And they just didn't get the volume that they wanted to bring it up again. They pushed it a couple times. So here we are just taking profit, and then we're adding back. That's it. I mean, we still have a 550 average, and we're going to be taking this thing hopefully down tomorrow. I have targets out at it was at 8 o'clock. My targets just left. I had some good GTC orders out. $5, $5.13. I want to take this thing down. My lowest targets, 357 and 354. Those are the only GTC targets. 8 p.m. My targets, my day plus targets just were avoided. So there it is. We're hopefully going to see some more weakness. Low demand, low volume tomorrow. And hopefully this thing will fade off. But we'll be watching this one closely. SINT. SINT was a 1 for 30 reverse split. Let's go ahead and pull it up on the jumbo. This thing's massive. But hopefully you guys are having trading well. If you guys like this video, give me a like. Ask any questions you like. Subscribe to the channel. We're just relatively new. We have about 40 subscribers. We'd love to get some more ears on us. And basically, we're just trying to communicate with the community, see how you guys are doing. We do also have a Discord trading room, Wolf Trading Discord room. We'd love to have you, a couple new members in there. We have 8 seats left on that. It's open enrollment. We're just looking for talented traders. Back to the Jumbotron on SINT. Again, here's a 3-year, 1-day chart. Look right here. We have a 1 for 30 reverse split, right? Kapow, all the way up. Not even really worth going too much into detail on the higher time frame chart. This thing is just rinse and repeat. Let's pull up the 10-year. I mean, this thing's trading at $1,700. We know what time it is already. We don't have to go into that. So back to executions. Now the micro float, 1 for 30 reverse split. Let's check out the OS, giving us 726,000 roughly on the outstanding shares. Micro float, we're looking at I don't think the institutional ownership was that high, but we're looking at a 400 to 500, maybe 600 share float. This thing is tiny. Now, I waited, and I was watching the tape on this. I watched these dark pool prints come in, this technical manipulations or the market makers, or I just watched these prints go, and I came up with the thesis that the tape was heavy early on. This thing's either going to get legs and take off and just go rocket ship mode, or it's just going to fade. I mean, those are the two number two scenarios that happen. Normally, they get legs. This one did not, and this thing continued to get heavy, and I didn't hold any for the all-day fade because that float was so tiny. Once we got this sell-off here, I was taking profit, and here's executions, and I took the win. We want to take the win. That was simple trade. We didn't fight that thing all day. OBLN. Now OBLN. Sorry if there's some background noise. There's a party going on at my house. Some friends and family over, but we're in here doing these recaps and we're studying these charts, right? We want to get better. We want to be better at this because we want to have a party in a castle, right? We want bigger houses, bigger parties, better executions. OBLN, let's just take a look at the chart. This is the last trade. OBLN is a SSR play. They triggered. So here's the 10-year chart. 10-year. Look at this. Not too trashy, right? Legitimate company, possibly. $15 down to $1. And then we get that kapow, that reverse split right there. Let's zoom into the 3-year chart. So we have a relatively new reverse split. 1 for 10. And they triggered SSR as well. So this one has a little bit of a plan to it, in my opinion. 3.5. Here you go. The outstanding shares, 3.5 million. They closed today with the 23 million market cap. I don't know what their MVPHS is, but that's the first thing that comes to mind is, are they trying to raise the MVPHS and put out some shares? Now, if we go back to executions, we can see that we did get a sell-off from yesterday, and we had a weak pre-market. Now, like I said, this weak pre-market was to trigger SSR, and we come back up. And I was trading SMSI. I was already involved in a large core position, so I wasn't giving this too much attention. And they did kind of shake me out a little bit. I got in nice at buyer exhaustion right here. A nice top tick fill at 644, small size, right? SSR play, reverse split, small size, and this just wasn't enough for me. I had targets down here at like 553, maybe 556, 560, something like that. It didn't get filled. We cut through VWAP. We again, without any hesitation, through VWAP, up top through VWAP, and then we squeeze again. We get a nice push off VWAP here. But this is manipulation in my opinion. And another thing too is I carried some shares up, small, tiny shares. I don't have my average, but I had ads like 709 to 714. I had size, and I didn't change the orders all day. Those ads were here until like around 2 o'clock this afternoon. But I was having problems getting filled, right? So 709 is right here. I had 3 opportunities to get these fills, and I didn't. So when I look back at the chart and I see that there's a spread at the buyer exhaustion. That's another indication of manipulation in my book. Just leaving passive liquidity on the board and watching it get filled in relation to the spread, especially on a smaller float, you can start to identify manipulation, especially in Wolf Trading Discord room. I mean, we watch the tape all day. We're order flow extraordinaires. We're the concierge of the tape. Give us a look. We have that triple tape strategy, and we're the dirty tape specialists. So if you're interested in order flow, if you're interested in price action, if you want to understand more about volume, give us a look. Like I said, we have 8 seats left in the Wolf Trading Discord room. Now, we also have other rooms as well. Here's some technical analysis, education. We also have a fundamental room. Now, every morning we got the Wolfpack crew. Shout out to the crew. What's up, guys? We have some really talented filers. We have some really talented gentlemen in the room that know how to read the filings, and we butt heads. We go against each other. Like if we have a disagreement or if we have a difference of opinion on a fundamental, if the underwriter's already got rid of the shares, or if the net financing on the 10K doesn't match a 10Q, whatever it is, the Wolfpack crowds around, and we try to get to the bottom of this, right? Because we want more eyes, more brains, more ears on these filings, and 90% of the time we come out with a room consensus, and that gives me personally the extra conviction to go after these filings, because you guys know these filings, these are being written by security attorneys, right? They're written by lawyers. I mean, it's not their job to make it easy to read. So the more talent that we have collectively, the better grasp we're going to get. And everyone, we learn from each other. It's a great room. It's a great atmosphere. Give us a look, baby. AKA the weapons room, the runners room. Every day we put in, including the levels, the stocks that are going to be running. So these are going to be on watch for potential play tomorrow. PETZ. Now this thing just kind of took off from like 60, 70 cents. We normally don't play any aggressive pricing, sub $1 stuff, but this thing shot up big time. It had a nice hike, and that's going to be on watch. REKR day 2. Some guys in the room trading wrecker. They were wrecking it. I think that's what they were saying. PIRS. We had a nice lesson on the filings on PIRS. A couple guys in the room pulling filings, pulling theses out, and we're just comparing ideas. And we came up with the general room consensus, around this time right here. And some guys took advantage of this fade. Shout out to the guys, man. Great job. OBLN. We had guys in the room trading OBLN. This thing's just pushed up. Day 1, sold off hard. Like we have this little wedge right here, kind of similar to SMSI today, except you know what happened on that wedge. Here's the opposite. But we did wedge and crack. So we're looking for a retest of this short-term technical resistance, right? We have this uptick. This uptick volume is bagged right here, so that's a nice little bit of resistance for possibly for tomorrow. SINT, micro float fader raid. I mean, it's not going to take much money to push this thing. This thing can get legs. We're going to be watching that as well. SMSI, this thing's been in play. I've been having dreams about this thing, right? I mean, I've just been stalking this thing for 4 days now, and I want to take this thing down. I want to take a majority of my shares off around $5. You can see we have a short-term volume consolidation right here, and I want to see price retest this level. I want it to do its shenanigans, come back down and retest this level. This is why I want to take profit right around $5. I'm still holding about 70% of the position, but I did pad the wallet a little bit today on some nice scalps, and I needed that because I took a loss on it on Friday, but I'm trying to gain that back, right? Without revenge trading, right? Without, as much as possible, I want to be unbiased towards a loss last week, trade my game, trade my setups. We're using TradingView now in the room. A couple guys are using it. We're just getting better every single day. So if that's what you're interested in, if you're interested in becoming better every day, trading with the Wolf Pack, give us a look. We got 8 seats left. That's it from me. That's it for the Wolf. You guys have a great day, and take care. Enjoy that summer, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.